Hey, Dave, Wolfman Jeff here in Nashville, Tennessee, and I got a special friend.
Dave from New York.
So we've gathered together about halfway the same meeting place, right? Yeah. So we're here at Premier League mornings, just after the West Ham match, and we're more excited about meeting each other than anything else. I do want to give credit for our first half. Okay. I do think our first half, we were in the driver's seat. We kept pushing, even though we're running really thin right now. I think things looked really strong, but there's only so much Ryan Mary could do for us. And of course, Sarabia's penalty was well taken. And what happened in that second half, though?
I think, everything you said, we had a great first half. Thoroughly deserved to be ahead. As we've said many times, probably should have taken one of the other chances, but we didn't really create a ton of chances. Deservedly ahead at the break, and then I don't know what happened second half. Iguri going off sort of disrupted our flow, and then we just really weren't at the races. And credit to West Ham for coming back.
I wasn't as worried when Ryan Mary went out because he was replaced with Cunha.
Yeah, which you would think
but
would be it.
The other subs were a bit more of a head scratcher because you had a lot of our impact players being replaced by more of our backups. And if we were up 2-0, that's fine. But we were, I think, tied at that time. And it's like,
I assume it was just, they played a lot of games. He wanted to get on the rest, and, he's got to deal with the squad that he's got. And that's what's come back to bite us many times all season, is just not having a strong enough bench and not having a deep enough squad with all the injuries.
Yeah.
It really cost us today.
So many injuries, and you know what? We don't need any more injuries. I think
exactly.
Hey, I will give hats off to West Ham. They were really good on being compact at the back end. And but at the same time, at least for the first part of the game, they didn't seem really interested in the attack, or they weren't controlling the ball. I mean, they get the ball, we get it right back. But I think what they were doing is they were just wearing us down. And we ran out of steam.
That's how they play. They just sit deep, defend, and either tie you away and nick it or hit you on the break. But we should have had a point. I think everyone's raging about that decision. Fair enough. Torreira was in an offside position in front of the ball, but there is absolutely no chance that Fabianski's getting to it.
Interference is what I heard. Interference.
And interfering with Fabianski having 8-foot arms is the only interference that I saw. So.
That would be about it. Yeah, it's a good thing that this is the first time I think we've had a bad VAR decision, at least today. But that's been just dreadful. But we're here. We're in Nashville. We're having a good time. We're going to keep going on. I was going to say, Dave, I have been impressed. If it had been a year ago under Julian Lopetegui or under Bruno, our team would have just dropped their heads down and just checked out. And I will say this, with Gary O'Neill's side, even when we're knocked down, we don't check out. Yeah, we keep going out. All right. So go ahead and show us. We've got all our Wolves supporters here. Wait. What's your name? Nathan. Nathan's got our burger here. And hey, everyone say hi to Dazzling Dave.
I don't get it. I really don't. What is it going to take for these Premier League referees to get their shit together, and VAR as well? I just don't get it. It's corrupt. It's so clearly... I just don't get it. I don't. How can you say Torreira was impacting the play when the ball was headed into the corner, the bottom corner of the net? How can you say that Torreira was impacting the play when it's headed into the bottom corner of the goal? It's not like it was headed directly at Torreira and he directs it in. No. It's headed into the bottom corner. Fabianski is getting nowhere, and I mean nowhere near that. It's incredible. It's ludicrous. It's insane. 10 points 10. I can't believe it. It's just unbelievable. I've changed out of my Wolves gear. I'm in my Cubs gear. They played today against the Dodgers, but like, I just don't get it. Other than that, Nuri, incredible. We played well enough to get the point, or to get a point at least, I think. Yeah, that's Europe gone basically, I think. Even though we've got the game in hand, but shocking, unbelievable. Can't wait for the apology again from BGMOL. Yeah, take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Always Wolves.
Yeah, hi, this is Chris from Mideville in Norway. After that game, I don't know how to really react to that in some ways, because it's got to the stage where it's just ridiculous now. If we're deciding the outcome of games on something like that, and how officials, and it wasn't the on-field referee actually initially, the on-field referee was well placed and gave a goal because he didn't see anything. But if the people in the VAR office or were looking for a reason to disallow a goal and also to change the result of the game, which effectively they have done, this surely wasn't what VAR was brought in for, to decide games like this in this way. It's gone badly wrong. So that is the reason we didn't draw the game. So we have to say that. Now, the reason why we didn't win the game, excellent first half. I was really impressed with the first half. When you consider the players we have or have not available, Gary Neal's game plan was superb. We didn't have pretty much any forward players, and still he managed to have a system which disguised that fact. I thought it was brilliant. Second half, you have to say, they made some changes, and we did not have the same intensity. I thought Antonio was a real outlet for West Ham, held the ball really well, and that might have been the difference there. But in the end, what cost us was our ability to make changes, but could make us stronger or even not weaker. We were weaker, of course. And also, you'd have to say that we were, on two occasions, the architect of our own downfall, because we got caught in possession, playing the ball out of defence for a penalty for the first goal, which was a penalty. And a goal directly scored from the corner, as difficult as it is, a keeper has to take that. A keeper will always blame himself for that. We didn't have any intensity second half required to win the game. We had that team we had on the field. The last 15 minutes of that game finishes at best halfway up in the championship. We have to be honest about that. But the way we were denied a draw that we probably did deserve is going to come under a lot of scrutiny this week. It just isn't right. It really isn't.